It strikes her in the gloom so fast she barely has time to scream. She falls into the edge of the lamplight and lies there, bleeding, motionless. The man's skin is scaly, flaking, and there are patches of soot on his cheeks. He's one of them. I turn and run, and I don't look back.
The Road of Shadows. Listen now at theroadofshadows.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Congratulations. You've reached the Amelia Project. A new life awaits. If you're not serious about this, hang up. If you continue, there's no way back. Leave your message after the beep.
Enter the offices of the Amelia Project and be ready for surprises, twists and turns. Follow the Amelia team as they help their clients fake their deaths and come back with new identities. Each episode is different. Each client coming to the death-faking agency has a unique story to tell. If death and disappearances, comedy and crime, mystery and magic sounds like your cup of cocoa, The Amelia Project is the podcast for you. Search for The Amelia Project wherever you find your podcasts. And remember, leave your message after the beep.
Hey, I'm Brooke. My friends and I perform spooky stories on our podcast 13. 13 is a movie for your ears with immersive sound design and music from our composer. And we're not reading you the same old ghost stories from Reddit. With original stories from our in-house writers and submissions from up-and-coming authors, 13 will make you smile, break your heart, and have you wishing for a nightlight. Atmospheric, slow burn, always spooky, and sometimes sexy. Our friends are some of the best voice actors and writers in our little corner of the podcast industry. So if you want to find out why those figures in black keep meeting by the water just before dawn, why you should never sleep in a room with an empty chair, or why you hear faint music echoing from the abandoned mall, join us by following 13 wherever you're listening right now. That's 13, the word, not the number, all spelled out. Bridget Howard keeps asking for my teeth. Wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm not sure if that was recording.
Do you want to stop and go back?
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's recording now. Oh,
good.
Sorry about that, Sienna.
It's fine.
It's my fault. I should have taken up those technology courses when they came around. You know, there's just never enough time, right?
Right.
Okay, listen, let's get back on track. I'd be grateful if you could just take a wee step back and describe your movements to me on the night Drew died.
Should I go over the stuff I just said?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, it was the party that night.
Mm-hmm.
There was food, a lot of alcohol. Things started to fizzle out a bit. There were some arguments going on at dinner, a lot of them alcohol-fueled.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I really had enough of the shitty atmosphere, so, well, I guess you need to know this. Matteo and I, we were pretty drunk, and we went back to his room, and we had sex. Can't say I remember a huge amount about that, but anyway, that happened, and then I must have fallen asleep, because the next thing, Johann's in the room, waking up Matteo to go look for Drew.
Right, and then what happened?
I drifted back to sleep, woke up when Drew's body was brought back. Fuck me. That sobered everybody up. Yeah, so that was the night Drew died. You want me to carry on to the next day?
Thanks, Sienna. That's actually good for now. I just want to go over what you said and make sure I've got it absolutely right in my head. And then maybe we'll go back and look at a few things in detail, if that's okay?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Let me just get my notes here, hang on. So you had dinner. There was a lot of drinking. Was that beer, shots, both?
I mean, everything.
Right. Yeah, sure. There were some arguments kicking off. You and Matteo left the main party and you went to his room, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had sex, then you fell asleep, and the next thing you were woken by Johan coming in and taking Matteo off to go and find Drew.
Actually, I'm not sure I was aware that's why he'd woken up Matteo at the time,
But you were aware of seeing Johan.
which was weird. But I guess Matteo just got dressed and left.
Hmm. Can you remember what time that was?
Nah, I'm sorry. Late, I guess.
And next time you woke up, Drew's body had been brought back to the base.
Yeah.
Could you tell me what time you and Matteo left the party?
This is tricky because I can't say I was my most focused, but 9:30. Sorry, I can't be more accurate than that.
That's all good. Were you aware of Matteo leaving the bedroom at all?
No.
No time at all, other than when Johan came in to get him and he left then?
Mm-mm.
Not even to go to the toilet?
No, I was out for the count.
Okay, fine. And then at the party, you mentioned there were arguments. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Sure, the big kick in the nuts was the argument about Drew secretly recording people.
Yeah.
Everyone was not cool with that.
And did you know about that?
No. Not till Felipe put two and two together.
Oh, it was Felipe. Okay. And how did you feel about that?
Do you mean now or then? I mean, then I didn't fucking believe it. It was Felipe kicking off, and he's so full of shit, completely paranoid. So I kind of ignored it, even though everyone else seemed to be having a go.
How do you feel about it now?
Pretty fucking shitty, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Can you remember what was said during the argument?
No, not everything, because I tried to ignore it, but, well, the one I couldn't help overhearing, because my name kept coming up, was Jack's comment to Maria. He was telling her there was something going on between me and Drew.
Can I just ask, sorry, just stop you there. You said you overheard that, so you think Jack didn't mean you to hear it?
I don't know, everyone was drinking, so I think, their volume was turned up due to booze, but Maria started acting all broken up. Her and Drew had words. It was really shitty because I'm sitting there just trying to have a decent time, and I really didn't appreciate being pulled into their bullshit.
Mm-hmm, yeah, get that. Listen, I hope you don't mind me asking this, but were you and Drew in some kind of relationship?
Can you rephrase that question?
Yeah, I'm just asking. You say that it was suggested to Maria that there was something going on between you and Drew, so I'm just asking you to clarify that.
We were attracted to each other, and you can't help attraction. It's biological, but nothing happened. Maybe it would have done, but I don't know. Look, there was a lot of flirting. There was a spark, but everyone could see that.
Everybody on the base could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
So Matteo might have thought there was something going on between you and Drew.
But that was just a one night.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
So do you think Maria also thought something was going on between you two before?
I don't know. I don't know what she thought. Honestly, if her and Drew were better suited, she'd have less to worry about.
Oh, can you elaborate on that for me?
Well, was a bit. Well, look, bluntly, their relationship was pretty convenient. She was what we call an ice wife, for want of a better phrase. Mm-hmm. It would never have survived outside of Antarctica, let alone in Antarctica, and everyone else could see that apart from Maria, which is pretty sad.
Okay, and again, look, forgive me if this sounds a wee bit nosy, but it's just to get a sense of dynamics on the base. But were you and Matteo, were you in some kind of a relationship?
Sort of thing my mother would ask.
Sorry.
No, it was just a physical moment mixed with a lot of alcohol. I needed something to happen that night. Company. Matteo was the best and only option as far as I was concerned.
Okay. Listen, thanks, Sienna, for taking me through that. I know raking through things isn't always easy.
No, it's fine. If it's important, I'm happy to help. We as a team, we need answers as well.
Yeah, of course. But can we just move on now? I want to talk about Mark Rennick.
It strikes her in the gloom so fast she barely has time to scream. She falls into the edge of the lamplight and lies there, bleeding, motionless. The man's skin is scaly, flaking, and there are patches of soot on his cheeks. He's one of them. I turn and run, and I don't look back.
The Road of Shadows. Listen now at theroadofshadows.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Can you tell me about your relationship with him?
There's nothing to tell, I'd say.
What, you two, you've never had an argument? Or?
Oh, we're in the playground, or yeah, I mean, we did. A few weeks. Someone's told you about that, haven't they?
It was in Drew's diary.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Well, do you mind telling me about that?
Well,
What was it
you've
about?
already heard it.
Yeah, but I want to hear your account though, Sienna.
Well, Mark had been talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I don't take that, I never have. So I threw it back in his face.
Threw what exactly back in his face?
Well, not physically. I didn't throw anything at his face. It was verbal. I told him that for a grown man, he totally lacks self-discipline.
Mm-hmm. Can you elaborate on that for me, please?
One day, he emptied his bottle of piss somewhere that he shouldn't have.
Right.
And it could have caused a massive issue for my work. Yeah, so there are things in place here to protect the work that we're doing. And it's not just my work, but it's everyone's research. Okay, so I should explain that we have special stations. You're meant to dispose of urine and waste if you're caught out needing to go for piss off base. So they're very strict environmental laws here for extremely good reasons. And any change to the biosphere could cause catastrophic events, not just to my work, but to the entire environment. Yeah, it's totally selfish to jeopardize my work like that.
I'm presuming Mark would be aware of this as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'd hope so. So anyway, rather than just saying, "Hi, Sienna, I'm really sorry, that was a mistake," because he was so obviously in the wrong, he told me I was mental, and he dissed my drinking, and he just started gaslighting me.
Can I just stop you there, Sienna? Are you suggesting that Mark might have done this on purpose to sabotage your research, or do you think it was just a careless
Well,
mistake?
honestly, I'd hope not.
You were clearly angry about it.
Yeah, I saw red because it was so out of line. It was manipulative. It was misogynistic bullshit, which I've called him out on.
You did?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Damn right I did. And I have every right to. What century is he living in? Women are allowed to be drinking the same as men. And Jesus, in places like this, you have to hold your own. As a woman, stand up for yourself, or you end up like Hera, sitting alone with some fucking plants for company.
Oh, look, listen, I understand that the police service hasn't always been known for its equality. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I bet you.
Did it escalate, though, at all beyond that?
How do you mean?
I'm asking, did anything violent happen?
Why don't you tell me what you know so I can respond?
Look, Sienna, you're not on trial here. I'm just trying to figure out the dynamics, that's all.
I shoved him.
What, you mean like a push?
Yeah, against the wall, but that was it. He was being an asshole.
And has that ever happened before?
How do you mean?
Well, would you normally describe yourself as someone who's prone to violence?
No. Oh, no, not at all. Listen, like, someone pushes me, I'm going to push back, as simple as that.
Yeah, but he didn't push you first in this instance, not physically. Am I correct?
Well,
I'm just asking.
I've just explained that he'd been, if you want to go there, he was pushing my buttons, I think, intentionally.
Yeah.
He was trying to get a reaction out of me.
Great, I understand that. Sienna, listen, Drew had some suspicions that someone might have pushed, i.e. pushing someone's buttons, Mark to his breakdown.
What? And you think it was me?
No, I'm not accusing anything of anyone of anything here. I'm just trying to build a picture of all
I
the
pushed
events.
him physically and with good reason. I didn't cause his fucking breakdown.
Drew also thought he might have been drugged.
Yeah, well, We've all heard that theory.
And what did you think about that theory then?
Well, I think it's highly unlikely, but hey, I can't say for definite what happened specifically.
Can I just ask you, I have to ask, what drugs do you have access to on the base for your research, perhaps?
Jesus, nothing that would send a man batshit crazy. Not like that. Look, I work with things like antifungals, for Christ's sake. The guy has winter over syndrome. They teach us about it before we come out here. It's very clearly a classic case, and I've got no idea why Drew didn't believe it. Drew clearly talks shit on his recording. Some of it was true, some of it was his opinions.
Right.
He's just a bloke with an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Was. Sorry, I've lost my thread.
No, hey, that's okay. Appreciate things can be hard to get across over a phone line. I promise you we're doing our best from this end. Let's move on. Did you know about the GPS systems and the codes?
Yeah, of course.
So what did you make of it?
It's fine. It's all good. I take my safety out here very seriously, more seriously than others, but to be honest, I've always carried my own distress beacon in my safety kit, plus flares, plus radio. People like Felipe take issues with it because they're so deluded that they think their lives matter so much that the government wants to know where they are. So you always have to be prepared here. It's as simple as that. Mother Nature is a beast.
Thanks, Sienna. Okay, so we're asking everyone on the base to hand over their phones.
Phones? What? Sorry, why?
Oh,
what do you mean by
listen,
phone?
it's just procedure. It's just all the information,
Right.
no matter how small, seemingly insignificant. It might help us.
Yeah, Tessa, I'm not. Can I have a think about that?
You'll get your phones back.
Oh no, I get that. It's just that it's private. Like I have messages from my family, and they don't need to be dragged into this. I hope you understand. Like I need to protect their privacy.
Yep.
As well.
Of course, totally understand.
Yeah.
Listen, just have a wee think about it, will you? And then get back to me.
Yeah. Sure.
One last question at this stage. Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a bit of a strange question.
Oh, I'm asking everybody that, don't worry.
Okay.
Listen, I think that's all for today.
That was quick.
Yeah, these are just preliminary conversations, to try and get a lay of the land on the base. But I'm sure if I need to, we can speak again, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
And if you think of anything in the meantime you think might be important, you contact me via Johan.
Mm-hmm, will do.
Great.
Okay, bye.
Sienna, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording now. The time is 4:55 a.m. GMT, 26th of June, 2023.
Get all the files now. Sign up at coldtapes.com and go ad-free.
It strikes her in the gloom so fast she barely has time to scream. She falls into the edge of the lamplight and lies there, bleeding, motionless. The man's skin is scaly, flaking, and there are patches of soot on his cheeks. He's one of them. I turn and run, and I don't look back.
The Road of Shadows. Listen now at theroadofshadows.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.